Boy, I'm kind of bummed to see this chapter come to an end. Well, we got one last great little trick for you here, and this is a little tip on how to animate paint strokes. Now, of course, you could do it like I showed you in the last segment with the little stopwatches here in the timeline. There's also a special way to animate I want to show you just for paint. I'm going to create a new comp here, and I'm going to create a new black solid like we did last time. And let's double-click the layer to open it up in the layer panel, and select the paintbrush. Now, over here, the default is constant for duration of the paint stroke. So in other words, we paint on it, and then as we go in time, our paint stroke's still there. It's constant. I'm going to undo that here, Control-Z or Command-Z. And we could also select single frame, so that when we write on it, maybe it just happens on that one frame. In this way, painting can be an aid to rotoscoping. And another thing, which I want to show you here, is Write On. Now, what Write On allows you to do is just kind of paint and write on, and it will record, just like Motion Sketch, what you've done and also the speed at which you did it. So I'm going to try my best doing live action with you guys watching my every move, not being able to fake this with editing. I'm going to try to write my name with my mouse. This is going to be horrible. This is just going to be a disaster. This is a train wreck waiting to happen. Okay, here we go. I'm going to click and drag, and there's my name in horrible cursive, and I'll just do this at the end. Now, there's nothing there because the first frame is blank. But as I preview this, we'll relive the nightmare. My name animating horribly. And it looks like I ran out of space before I got to do the little squiggle. And you know what? Let me undo that. I'm going to hit Control-Z to undo that. Let me try to write on one more time. So let me hit the home key here. Actually, let's get a different color here. I'm going to get a blue color. Notice I don't have to set any stopwatches at all. Just by setting my duration to write on, it knows what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go slow, and then really, really fast, and then slow again. Okay, now as I preview this again, slow, and then really, really fast, and then slow again. Look how organic that is. I love that. Now keep in mind, we could still come back here to our solid, open up Effects, Paint, Brush 1, Stroke Options, and we can play with the diameter of our stroke. We can also play with the hardness of our stroke here. Maybe make those edges nice and unfeathered, if we so choose. Also the spacing. So look at this. Now, I'm going to hit the home key and now preview this with our changes. Look at that. Now, one last thing here. I'm going to play around with this color area. Now, we know how to change the color of our paint strokes, but what I want to do is animate the color. So we'll start out with blue, and then maybe we'll go out in time a little bit. Let's change that color to maybe pink. Let's go out in time, maybe change that to green. So now as I hit the home key, we will have this smattering of color. That's just so awesome and fun to play with. So that concludes our chapter on playing around and just getting creative with After Effects.